Hey, my beautiful peeps, locking down the truth with Marci Lock. As you can see, kind of this little bit of background in on the grounds that I'm staying at. I wanted to talk to you about why I'm a tight ass. Yes, this tight. You know why? Okay, I felt like I got to share this with you today. Is because of simply this. See that? See that right there? This morning I woke up, I'm like, my ass is tight. Like from there down, I'm like, oh, because simply yesterday I chose for my workout just come out and use those steps to do some awesome Marci Lock style plyo high intensity interval type stuff on the stairs. It's like crazy variations, which literally fatigues the shit out of all those little tiny muscles in your ass, your high thighs, your low back, giving you, that awesomeness. And how are you today? He's taking care of the ground. Say hi. So my point being, this is what I wanted to share and talk about. Every single time I'm out of the country, where most people really struggle to take care of themselves, to support themselves, the options are a lot less limited. Every single fucking time, I get even more lean and shredded. I'm talking like I'm always popping my 8-pack abs and all that stuff. And so there's a couple things here that I want to share. Not only that, obviously, you can find a way to work out anywhere you're at, and it's more about the belief system behind it that allows you to stick to that behavior. If you're telling yourself any type of story, that it's a circumstance of where you're at, or, like what's available, or, anything like that, that's all your inner bullshit, looking for validation. So that aside, behavioral stuff aside, because it's possible anywhere, I want to talk about the internal belief system in the mindset with your body. So even to the fact of when I was 4 years old is when I really started to take on the belief if I didn't have a perfect body, I wasn't loved. Because I remember having my mom freak out about 5 pounds and saying, getting so upset over, I remember her saying that, she worked so hard to lose it and she just gained back the 5 pounds. And as a 4-year-old, I said, well, maybe God gave it back to you because you needed it. And that was as my perception to my mother, not understanding what it was really about. I just wanted my mom to be happy. And I recognized that whatever she thought and felt about her body was making her unhappy. Then I had a memory of going out walking with her where she was like, you want to go walking? I'm like, yay! And I reached up to hold her hand to walk. And she said, no, I can't do that. I have to do this thing to burn calories. And in that moment was when I decided at 4 years old, oh, your body's so important. If I don't have a perfect body, then I'm not loved. So started my process and my journey and my decision to focus on the body from even that young of an age, that I was always fighting the body, always, the list is very long, but anorexia, bulimia, all those interesting things that I chose to experience. And never, ever, ever, even with my focus and intent and this imprinting of what it looked like to get a body, could I ever get the body, because there was always a fight and a battle, because the internal belief system said, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving. Once I have that, then I'll be worthy, then I'll be good enough. So constantly when you get even close to it, because you've already decided in the internal belief system, I'm not worthy of it, then you find ways to sabotage. Hence, there's more workers showing up. Hey, how are you? He brought us a scooter, a mountain bike. We were so supported. So my point being, no matter what, as you start doing the workout, you start doing anything, and then you get close to the result, and what happens? A circumstance, a party, people coming into town, you sabotage because you're seeking, because you're literally you're looking to prove that right. So my point being, as I've even looked at the deep imprinting and programming of what it took, because I started as a personal trainer and nutrition fitness expert. I'm looking for a little more shade here. As I went through the understanding of how to take care of my body in those ways, there even was old belief systems of like, oh, so if I was coming to a place like this, like today, my point is, because my ass was so tight, I was like, I'm just gonna go walk through rice fields. I don't know if you can see that out there. I'm kind of in the shed part where our scooters are that they brought for us. But there's just beautiful, beautiful rice fields out here. And so I'm like, I get to go walk and just feel at peace with my body. And meaning dropping the story of the imprinting of what it has to look like. And by doing that, there's times when I was in Colombia where literally for 6 days down in the jungle, and we're just doing some deep processing stuff, your body is wiped, and I come out more shredded because my belief system is my body operates perfectly for me. And this is what I want to share with you, is that it's like, so a ton of people think that, you get older and your body works less for you, etc. Bullshit. The truth is that you're younger every day. that you're literally designing new cells every single day. Every year you redesign, you regenerate new organs, new heart, new everything. So understanding this truth, I actually started getting younger and started telling myself I'm younger every day. I literally look 10 years younger than I did 10 years ago. Same thing with knowing I can talk to my cellular structure, I can sleep perfectly, I can do all these things, and so of course that means my body effortlessly stays ripped and shredded and healthy and strong and optimal levels, and it just works for me. So it's not about the how-to, it's about the internal, and that's just what I wanted to leave with you. Is that becomes the very first thing that you ever get to look at, to allow yourself to effortlessly be lean and ripped and shredded. And when you're lean and healthy and working at optimal levels, everything else becomes easy. Of course you're going to feed your body to feel good. Of course you're going to get the exercise and work on it because internally you believe you're worthy of it. This is Marci Lock reminding you, power choice is yours. Choose your best life. Lock it down.